Alright, so one final video about solving systems of equations with your graphing calculators. And I'm taking the chance to practice rewriting with these examples as well. Remember, if your equation is not already in y=4 form, you have to convert it before your calculator will accept it. So, you don't have to make it pretty though. So if your equation's in point-slope form, remember the only thing you have to do is take this y1 value here, and in this case I'm going to have to add it. If it were adding, I'd have to subtract it, right? Do the opposite. And then don't worry about any of this part, just add it at the end of the math problem. So what I can put into my calculator is y=3/4 times x plus 2, add 1. I would not be able to combine like terms until I distributed, but distributing would make me multiply with fractions, so I don't want to do it. And even if it were an easy math problem, it would take me time, and I wouldn't want to spend time on a timed multiple choice test doing that. The calculator doesn't need it pretty, so we don't need to make it pretty. So this is how I'm going to enter that into my y=. Standard form, remember it's 2 steps to get it by itself. I want y by itself, so I'm going to subtract a 2x. So I would have 3y = 7 subtract 2x. And I want y by itself for y =, so now I'm going to divide by 3. So y =, now remember, it doesn't need to be pretty, but you do need to tell the calculator that it needs to divide the entire top of the fraction by 3. So if you put the entire top of the fraction in parentheses, then you press your divide by, then you'll get, then put 3, the calculator will do that fraction creation for you, but you didn't have to do it yourself. So then these are my equations that the calculator will accept, and I'll put one in y1 and the other in y2. It does not matter which goes where. So here's the handy dandy calculator back on, back to y =, press clear. Anything that was in there, clear it out. So I'm going to parentheses 7 minus 2x, parentheses, divide by 3. Notice the calculator puts in a slash instead of the divide. So that's our standard form equation. Press enter, and now right away I'm putting in the other equation. Remember, without a fraction key, you put 3/4 in parentheses. So parentheses 3 divided by 4. Then parentheses again for x plus 2. And then add 1 behind the parentheses. And I'm going to draw, or graph. Press the graph button. If you can see the intersection, you know where the solution is, right? No, I said intersection. Remember, we've already learned, if you've watched these in order, where intersection is. Remember, it's in second and trace. So you get to that calculate menu, right? Because intersection is number 5. Intersection is when they ask you the questions. Is this the first equation you want to use? Yep. Press enter. Is that the second equation? Yep. Press enter. Do you want to guess? Nope. Press enter. And it gives us a really messy solution. Good thing we weren't doing elimination method to find that. That would have been very uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Remember, it's a solution to a system, so you want to know both the x and the y. So there's my x, here's my y, I write it as a point, and there's my answer.